Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Japanese tier 10 heavy tank, the Type 5 Heavy, or the Big Daddy Derplord. Yeah, we'll go with that, the Big Daddy Derplord. Always a fun one to show because you can pull off some right meme shots. It's kind of funny at times to play. Can be very tragic to play at times as well because it's slow and premium spam hurts it and artillery really hurts it. But when you do have those meme games where you can pen things with this gun or you can just keep smashing people with it, it can be so fun to play and it can be so funny as well. And it's one of my favourite tanks to bring out to relax with. I think it's probably a good way of putting it, because you can just sort of slap auto drive on, drive about, just dirt people, not really have to think too much. And you can have fun. It can be frustrating because obviously, like I say, it is slow, so you do have games where they just get away from you very, very quickly. That shot went through his turret. I'm sorry, game. What? You can rewind and watch that shot. That looked like it went straight through his turret. That was probably the old shell tracer desync that we have, where sometimes it actually goes above or below the tank, but it actually looks like it goes straight through it. Server-side reticle type things that we probably need a server-side reticle. That would be nice, but hey-ho. Would help for those with bad connections. Anyway, yeah, the Type 5 Heavy, you know, some games, obviously, with it being slow, games can get away from you, and they can get a bit boring like that. But when you just drive around, just keep slapping people, I mean, we just slapped a very heavily armoured TD for 460 with no real effort. It can be just quite the funny meme. And right there, I am ruining my luck that I'm not reloaded, but... oh, 1161. Take that. Beautiful things, although that's a low roll, isn't it? That's kind of sad there, actually. That is a low roll. Damn. 1300 is the alpha on this tank, so I feel kind of ripped off. But still, it's great when you get to pen them. Now, that's the shot we were looking for on that Jagdpanzer as well. If you shoot a Jagdpanzer just below the gun manlet, you'll splash the engine deck, and more than often than not, you will set it on fire. Tips for you all. So in terms of a crew, on the Type 5 Heavy, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Situational Awareness, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Run and Gun, Trap Mechanic, and Rapid Aim. Rapid Aim to make this turret traverse better, because the turret traverse is very slow, so being able to get the turret round to face the enemy team as quickly as possible is exactly why I run it. And the gun perks, because it is a big derp gun, and, well, you know, derp guns are derp, so you want to, you know, make sure that your shells will hit as much as possible. And remember, derp is love, derp is life. Derp guns will derp, but derp guns will also derp, which makes derping fun. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, this first game, we're on Moravanka, and we've managed to take this corner aggressively. Unfortunately, Don in his E100 has just been shut down, which is sad because he was covering the back end, and you always want someone covering your back end. And yeah, unfortunately, that means that we've got to be careful of the guys behind us. There is a Tortoise attacking 257 on the light tank, but it's kind of like, okay, I've got to push forwards and get these guys in front of me out. Now we see the back of the turret of that Progetto 66. I was thinking, can I pen the back of that guy? I don't really know, so we're going to try it. I ignored the Conqueror because I was like, ah, well, you're a Conqueror and a 257, whatever. I'll shoot the back of the tank if I can get it. And now we can focus on these two over here. Now the Tortoise has just got shut down, but we get a 586 roll to kill the Conqueror. You don't have to pen people to do like to consistently do 500-600 damage, which is why I always say take this derp gun over the consistent gun, is the way I put it, over the 14cm, because the 14cm does 600 damage on average, sure, but this tank splashes between like 400 to 600 consistently too, and when you get those lightly armoured targets where you can just pen them for 1300, it's memey and great, because derp is love, derp is life. So we finished that game with the victory. 2 kills, 7.1k damage, 1600 assistance, 1800 blocked, first class high caliber sniper medal, 1588 base XP. Nice game for the Type 5 Heavy. 7k damage is always great to get in it. And yeah, it's the gun that you want to choose. That is my best way of describing it. Beforehand, before they buffed it and it was 1100 alpha on the HE originally, the choice was either you go consistency on the 14 centimeter and you're going to consistently pen people for 600 odd, or you go for the 15 centimeter, sorry, and you pen people with the heat for 750, or you derp them and you derp them for like 300 to 400 damage. That extra 200 damage, sorry, and I think they possibly buffed the splash damage ever so slightly as well, means that you're generally going to do far more damage through damage calculation when you shoot people with this 15 centimeter. And like I say, you're constantly doing 14, not 14, you're constantly doing 500-600 damage when splashing people. And if you're shooting an E100 like Turkey's in right there, you could shoot the bottom end of his turret, like aim underneath the gun, hit his turret, and you will maximise your damage by splashing down on the engine deck, just like the Jagdpanzer. It's like when you see me shooting underneath tanks, I will shoot and aim really low and shoot the tracks of tanks, shoot underneath them, because it will splash up at the armour that's weakest. Therefore, with the damage calculation, you end up doing far more by splash damage. That's how you maximise your derp gun edge. Now, in this second game, we are on Siegfried line. We're playing with Turkey. This was actually the other day, and when Turkey was live streaming for a bit, because he's actually back. Well, because he was back from climbing rocks, and I think the weather wasn't very good for him. And we're going to go to the town, which is where you want to be in a Type 5 heavy on Siegfried line, and we're going to go to this little position here at F8, because I can brawl in this town, and I can pull into the town if I need to. The 260 just had his front drive wheel poking out, and that's all we needed to splash him for 400 odd. Again, it's where this tank has done damage where you wouldn't have done damage in any other tank. And we pull around the corner, it's like, hello, it's E5, I'll always do damage, right? Yep. 75 damage. Cool. That's what you hit. That's what you call hitting the gun of a tank. So we hit the far end of his gun, therefore we didn't splash the rest of the tank, we only did 75 damage, unfortunately. Artillery has his wicked way with us, does nearly 800 damage. We're pulling back now because that artillery is... Well, I was expecting the 260 to poke out and start heating me, and the artillery's shooting at us. The 260 is making a mistake. He's actually side-scraping us, and it's like, Mr. 260, are you side-scraping a derp tank, sir? Slap him in the side, set him on fire for a couple of ticks. Yeah, don't... Tip of the day, don't side scrape a derp tank because it doesn't have to pen you to do damage. And we're up to 1900 damage so far. And yeah, this corner is a good position to be. Turkey's also gone to another good position because you can side scrape off that area and fire into the middle. But from that position we had, you shoot across the whole 9-0 line, and when you get to the point where you've killed most things, you can now push back into the centre of the map, which is great. So my plan here is the E5 is still alive. I'm going to get up behind this E5 and give him a good shellacking in the ass. And it's like, hello sir, a bit of surprise butt sex, straight in, shut him down for nearly 700, penned him, good times. Now this QL is poked out, is the G-Saw down there as well. I'm just going to turn my armour in a little bit and aim. But Turkey's saying he's having problems with this FE2 on 5B because he's firing prem and going straight through him every time because that's the life of an E100. So we're just aiming, slap the shot into his side and don't do 345 damage. But we do track him in place, so that helps. And then he gets shut down by the M103. Now we're waiting for the shell to go in. It's like, well, hello, Mr. QL. You're not getting away with it. We aim underneath the tank, like I say, which tracks him in place, damages his ammo rack, does nearly 600 damage. And we're getting assistance from that. Now that Gorilla 15 is there, and it's like, hello, Mr. Gorilla 15. I have a shell for you. But he manages to pen us with heat and then pulls back. Gets behind the QL for safety, so I'm not going to stick around and take a heat shell from the QL as well. So we just slap the shot into his side and do a bit of damage. And now we're nearly reloaded again, and it's like, come on, Mr. Gorilla, just give me the shot. Then the G-Saw pulls out. It's like, well, okay, I'll just slap you. I was hoping to finish him off, but don't quite get the finish in. Do hit him for 600 damage. And now this QL is actually pushing us, and it's like, well, Mr. QL, I can kill you in the next shot. Wait, what's the Gorilla doing? The Gorilla's out and pushing us as well. Well, okay, sir, if you do say so, I'll just hit you for 1300. It's fine. Thank you so much, my friend. The QL gets shut down by the VZ55, which means we don't have to worry about that guy anymore. Just looking for the shot at the M46, can't see it, and this bat tap is my next victim. The tier 9 batch at 25 TAP. I'm easily going to pen that if I get a shot. But unfortunately, he's just losing too much hit points to my friends, which is not what we want. No one wants that. And he pulls out perfectly in front of us, which means we get a nice shot into him to shut him down. We're up to 6.3k damage and 1855 assistance. And so we're going to turn around for this Manticore that's attacking our heavy tank. We see the Manticore, we're just going to make sure we aim it properly. And actually we get lucky that the shot just goes to the right, which pens the Manticore's turret. Because, well, when we actually pulled the trigger, I think we were just shooting at the tank in front of him. Or should I say, that was where we're aiming, which could have been quite awkward, because it would have hit that and done no damage. But like I say, luckily enough, it just looped to the right and hit him and penned him, which is great. So we're up to 7k damage, 1855 assistance. There's only one tank left. It's a 257. Now, I was thinking possibly load heat here to get some more damage, but actually I was thinking, you know what? I'm just going to go for the guaranteed damage and tracking assist. If I keep shooting him in the side here, I should splash him for a good amount. As you see, 532, and if we were to track him, we'd also get the assistance. But finish the game with a really great total for the top 5 heavy. Victory, 5 kills, 8,078 damage, 1,923 assistance, a fair bit of blocks at 1,750. The ace tanker, the high caliber, the sniper medal, 2k base XP. A really nice game for the top 5 heavy. The Big Daddy Derplord. It's always a meme playing this tank. I always have fun playing it. It's just a right laugh at times. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!